Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. As always, my name is Jay. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the weekend preview that just happened for Games Workshop, and specifically two armies that they mentioned. The next two codices are going to be, I don't know which one comes in which order, Mech, so Adeptus Mechanicus, and Necrons. I'm excited about both armies. I've been really wanting to play either of them. I hope the rules get better for both armies in this edition. And they also showed a little bit of the rules, a little bit of the model, like one new model per army that are coming out. Awesome. So let's talk about that in this video, right? So first of all, let's talk about the Adeptus Mechanicus, which they mentioned, as I said, is getting a new codex. And they're getting a new model called the Sindonian Scatros. I don't know who comes up with these names. They're very interesting. Sindonian Scatros. Can't do that without saying it. Or saying it without doing that, yeah. But here, let me show you a picture of him. As you can see, he's an interesting looking model. He looks very interesting. I think he's cool, and he's kind of on stilts. But he gives off serious go-go gadget legs vibes. I saw a picture of it, and I can't unsee it. I think the model's pretty cool. I'm going to pick it up when it comes out. But a couple things concern me about the model is it looks very tall, and my concern would be how it interacts with terrain. I figure this guy's going to be an equivalent of like a Vindicare Assassin for, well, not as good, but basically a version of a Vindicare Assassin for the Mech. But the Vindicare Assassin model I have is very small, and you can put him anywhere you want. And this guy looks pretty tall. I don't know how he's going to interact well with terrain. But of course, he does have Lone Operative, he does have Stealth, which will help keep him alive, and he can shoot pretty well for troops, for infantry. You can give it either the gun for infantry or the gun for vehicles. I think the gun for infantry is significantly better than the gun for vehicles. Let's go over both rules right now. So, as I mentioned, he has two available guns. One is called the Radium Giselle, and it is anti-infantry 3+, has precision heavy. Cool. It's a 36-inch range gun, one shot, ballistic skill 3-up, strength 5, AP -2, 3 damage. But it wounds infantry on a 3-up. Cool. Right? 3 damage, I like it. AP -2, meh. I think AP -3 would have been better if he's an assassin. The problem is if he's shooting a Terminator, the Terminator will have a 4-up armor. Right? If the Terminator's in cover, 3-up. I don't know how much infantry he's going to be killing, to be honest. He does have precision. So it'll be good for picking out a character in a squad, but with only 3 damage, he won't be killing a leader in a squad. You know, the character. He'll be wounding the character in the squad. Over a couple turns, maybe might kill him. Yeah. Versus a Vindicare Assassin who could one-shot kill several different characters, anybody who has less than 6 wounds. This one's doing 3 damage. And again, only AP -2. So you have to go for a character that doesn't have an invulnerable save or a good armor save. The other option is the Scatros Transuronic Arquebus. Again, I love the names of these things. It's anti-monster 4-up, anti-vehicle 4-up, heavy, precision. 36-inch range, one shot, ballistic skill 3-up, strength 7, AP -2, D3. I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. I don't think that that's going to be used very often, because as far as vehicle killing power, AdMech has a lot better options. And really, big whoop, right? It's hitting on 3-ups, anti-vehicle 4-up, so 2 out of every 3 shots will hit, half the shots will wound, so 1 in every 3 shots will wound. He only has 1 shot per turn. So 1 in every 3 turns, he's going to wound a vehicle. And it's only AP -2. Many vehicles have a 3-up or 2-up armor save. So once again, it's only the math here does not look very good. You basically expect to wound a vehicle less than once a game. Yeah. If I was shooting a vehicle with a 3-up armor save, it would be 2/3 to hit, half to wound, so 1/3 will wound of all shots. of which 2/3 will go through. So now we're at 2/9. And then it does DD3 for an average of 2 wounds on a vehicle. Unfortunately, not my cup of tea on this one. Now versus the anti-infantry one, better. 2/3 will hit, 2/3 will wound. AP -2, so it'll go through maybe 2/3 of the armor saves. So already getting, the math here is getting dicey already. And then does 3 damage. So at least if it wounds, it'll go through a few wounds. But the Sketros Transuranic Arquebus I don't think is well done. I don't think at all. If you need a 3 to hit, a 4 to wound, AP -2, it really should be either doing 3 damage stat, just straight 3 damage, or D6 damage. I think D6 would actually be better, because then the random times you get 6 damage or 5 damage really makes it worth it taking these random pot shots at a vehicle. It's only strength 7, so it's going to be wounding all vehicles on 4s, right? Because there are very few things to wound on 7s. So, yeah, not a fan. To be honest, not a fan of that. I really think it should be DD6 or straight 3, D6 plus 1, D3 plus 1 guaranteed. Something like that. DD3 just doesn't make it worth it, because the amount of shots, again, if you're shooting at a rhino, you're probably going to get through the armor save once per game. Yeah. And then you'll do DD3. And if you roll, you're hoping for a 3, but statistically you're getting 1 or 2 for damage. To me, this guy wouldn't be even worth it. If you're taking the anti-vehicle one, him in the background, I wouldn't even focus on him. Let him try his pot shots, see if he can get lucky. Maybe there's going to be some army-wide special rules that'll help him re-roll or something. Would make it more dangerous. But right now, with just the straight stats, I'm not too impressed with the second gun. The first gun's okay against the anti-infantry. Yeah. Also, GW revealed one of the detachment rules, which is equivalent to one of the old Forge World rules from the Codex. It's called Stealth Optimization. And basically, Skitarii Infantry, Skitarii Mounted, and Iron Strider Ballistar units from your army have the stealth ability, and each time a ranged attack targets them that is more than 12 inches away, basically they get cover as well. So you get cover unless the shooting model's within 12 inches, and they have stealth. Helps keep them alive. Cool. I like that. For an army that is pretty delicate to be shot at, helps keep them alive. I remember I've played several games in the past against the Forge World from the previous Codices, of course, that had that and helped keep them alive. Definitely helped, and it definitely affected my shooting. Good stuff there. And that's one of the detachment rules coming up. And they've also released the rules for one of the stratagems. It's an okay stratagem, I think. Yeah, it's okay. It's for 2 command points. It's called Binheric Offense. And basically at the start of at the start of the shooting phase or the fight phase, start of the fight phase, you can select either 2 Skitarii units from your army that have not been selected to shoot or to fight this phase, and 1 enemy unit. And until the end of the phase, improve the armor penetration characteristics of the weapons equipped by this models both by 1. The restriction is they can only target that 1 enemy unit for this phase. They can't shoot any other units. Could be circumstantial. For 2 command points, that's a little high. I think it's like a 1 command point 1, because it's only increasing by 1. But again, if you're targeting one thing that you really want to die, it'll help. Good stuff there. And of course, they also released the fact that the Necrons are one of the next Codices as well. Awesome, I'm really looking forward to this as well. And the model that they've done the preview for is a new Emotech the Stormlord, which I'm actually really excited about. The old model is a little small compared to the new Necrons. He's made of resin, he breaks really easily. All the fingers of mine have broken off. At one point it looked like he was flipping off people. Not good. Ugh, offensive. But yeah, the new Emotech Stormlord, as you can see by the pictures here, looks really awesome. I think it's going to be a great model. I think it's a bit beefier. It's going to stand out. You can paint it really nicely. I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's an exciting model, and I'm really excited to see what other models are bringing out for the new Codex. But really, starting off with Emotech is a great way. He's pretty much the coolest named character in the Codex, so that is awesome. And of course, they've already said that the Awakened Dynasty detachment, which is the index attachment, will return for the Codex, and they've released a couple things regarding that dynasty for the detachment for the new Codex. There's a 2 command point stratagem called Hyperphasic Recall. It's when it's your opponent's shooting phase or the fight phase just after an enemy unit has shot or fought. Target 1 Necron's infantry unit from your army that had 1 or more of its models destroyed as a result of the attacking unit's attacks and 1 friendly monolith model. And the effect, remove your infantry unit from the battlefield and then set it up anywhere on the battlefield that is wholly within 6 inches of the monolith model and not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy models. Pretty cool. So if your opponent wounds a model, you can basically teleport them to a different area of the battlefield, maybe onto an objective. I think monoliths I hope they really do improve the rules on monoliths and make them cheaper, and that way people will bring them and they'll really synergize well with their armies. It's pretty cool. Monolith's such a cool model. I have one right there. Yeah. And I hope to bring it after this new Codex comes out. And they also showed one of the enhancements, which is called Eternal Madness for this detachment. It's for Necron model only. In the fight phase, each time a model in the bearer's unit is destroyed, if that model has not fought this phase, roll a d6 on a 4-up. Do not remove the destroyed model from play. It can fight after the attacking unit has finished making its attacks and then be removed from play. So that's good on a group of close combat, beasts that you really want to get in close combat, get their attacks in. If your opponent kills them, they still get to get their attacks in. Cool stuff. So what do you think? What do you think of the new models? I think the Stormlord looks awesome, and the AdMech one looks interesting. I think it's going to be a fun model to paint. I just go Gadget legs. That's all I'm saying. Yes, go Gadget go. As far as rules go, even take the Stormlord will probably have better rules. I'm not stupidly impressed with the AdMech one. I think the anti-infantry gun is better than the vehicle one, really, to be honest. But I'm really liking what I'm seeing as far as the enhancements and stratagems go. But I can't wait for these new codices. I'm loving what I've been reading so far with the, what we've been seeing with the Tyranids Codex and with the Space Marines Codex. So I'm excited to see what happens with the Necrons Codex and the AdMech Codex. I hope that they're both improvements, but not meta changers as the previous two have. Just, the same two codices, the last two codices they've been improvements, but not meta breakers. I hope that they keep that with the next two and keep us in balance. I'm excited. What do you think? Leave comments in the comment section down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And please like this video and stay tuned for more videos on all the new rules and new codices and painting. I'm going to keep making videos until I can't. So until next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting.